Welcome back, Toku Faithful, to Tokuween Monster Movie Fest 3. Came in late, a giant turtle just fought a giant tentacle monster. Gamera won after making a fist of fire where his hand used to be because he had to cut it off. Pretty brutal, I know. It was good, but I think we can do one better. A knockdown drag-out fight between two titans of terror, and two very well-known names outside of Japan even. I've been waiting a long time to get to this one, folks. This is Godzilla against Mechagodzilla. Released in 2002, this was the third version of the Mecha Big G, and many kaiju fans would argue it's the best. I know most fans would say Ghidorah or Ghidorah, or however you pronounce it, would be Godzilla's greatest foe. But for me, when I was a chibi rider, I got so excited when Godzilla vs. the Cosmic Monster, as it was known over here, came on TNT during Godzilla Bash. All-day Godzilla marathons. Those were the days. Even the DVD itself says it best. The Battle of the Century. That's a pretty bold statement considering it was 2002 and the century had just started, but I digress. Let's pop this open and see if giant lizard can triumph over machine. Sounds like Queen's We Will Rock You just can't get started here. And the military is not wasting time. Oh, this takes place in 1999 too? I swear, folks, I didn't plan this. This is one hell of a coincidence. Anyway, we cut to the military getting ready for a typhoon. Okay, if Iris shows up here, I'm leaving. So we cut to somebody doing the news on this storm when suddenly... almost 90 miles an hour! Photobomb! So since the Big G is here, time to bring in the specialist. No, not the GPN, the AMF. The Anti-Megalosaurus Force. Whoa. An entire military unit designed to take down Earl Sinclair from dinosaurs?
And I am the mighty Megalosaurus, the king of the dinosaurs, the Thunder Lizard.
That's a bit extreme, don't you think? Oh, and just out of curiosity, how many Megalosauruses has the AMF taken down,
Attention all units. A gigantic creature is reported to have come ashore in Tateyama, Chiba Prefecture.
All units are ordered to begin an immediate attack upon sighting the creature. It must be destroyed.
Repeat, a gigantic creature has come ashore in Tateyama. It must be destroyed.
So they roll in, they open fire, and I'll bet you'll never guess what happens next. Well, you're killing a lot of trees, but not many giant lizards.
The rain's reduced its power by 70%.
So Godzilla counters with his signature atomic breath and sends the crew flying. A tail whip? It's super effective and everybody died. Except for her. I think we're gonna need a new task force. Where's the latest Sentai team? Are those Aba Rangers active yet? Maybe they can do us a solid.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
So the news reports on the attack and dumps a plot point on us.
The army is leading the rescue effort, but the death toll is sure to be high. In Tokyo, Prime Minister Suge has confirmed the field reports. This attack was carried out by another Godzilla monster, similar to the killer of 1954.
We then cut to the Prime Minister's office where she's meeting the Minister of Science and Technology, named Igarashi. She info dumps that the last time they beat Godzilla with the oxygen destroyer, its secret died with Serizawa. Now that Godzilla is back, they have to find a new way to stop it. Yeah, last time we used an oxygen destroyer, that's how we got Destroya, so yeah, we're gonna need something else. And now a new segment for Tokuween, which I like to call Stock Footage Theater.
Like Mothra, that giant moth spawned by atomic tests in the South Pacific. Luckily, we destroyed it with a massive heat ray gun. Or Bigfoot Gaira. That attack was foiled after the government fought back and destroyed it with a laser-equipped battle group.
Meanwhile, the sole survivor of the AMF, named Akane, has a meeting with the top brass.
Just how could it be that a brilliant young maser operator like yourself missed a target as big as Godzilla?
Well, in her defense, she couldn't get a good shot in because all those damn trees were in her way. Maybe the guy driving the maser cannon could have picked a better vantage point.
Were you afraid? Did you panic?
Yes, sir, I did. I panicked.
She doesn't get dishonorably discharged or court-martialed, but they do stick her with a desk job. So basically, she's shining a seat with her ass. She mourns the loss of her teammates while the minister and top brass ponder what to do next. He says they have an idea for a new weapon.
As of now, we're developing a new weapon. It'll kill it.
It's definitely not a giant robot, I can assure you of that. We then cut to some scientists discussing sciencey stuff. Professor Yahara here says he brought an ancient extinct species back from the dead. Wait, he can bring things back from the dead? Who's his roommate, Dr. Herbert West? Well, I'm sure this whole bringing things back from the dead won't be important to the plot at all, so let's move on. He's then summoned to a meeting of all top scientists in different fields.
They're all here, sir.
Minister Igarashi has a surprise for them. Let's show them what's behind door number 1, Johnny. Nope, it's Godzilla. Or what's left of him after the first incursion in 1954. His skeletal remains. So the military asks if they can, get this, turn these skeletal remains into a robot.
What you're looking at is the skeleton of the 1954 Godzilla. Last year, we salvaged it from the Pacific.
Dr. Yahara, what do you think? Can you recover an interspinal cell?
It won't be easy. Hold on. You want to clone it?
I mean, cloning a dinosaur? It worked for that Hammond guy a few years ago in that dinosaur island, and we haven't heard any trouble from him that we know of. What could possibly go wrong?
Not quite. We want to make something like Godzilla. It's called a biorobot. You're familiar with those, I hear. We want to build a super weapon to fight Godzilla. Our biomechanical Godzilla will be even more powerful than the real thing. That's why you're here. All of you. Japan needs you. People, the nation's fate is in your hands.
Oh, would you look at the time? I gotta run. Have fun building your skeletal robot abomination dealie. I'm out. Wait till the press gets hold of this. That would be 1, 2...
One question, please. Who's paying for all this? How much will it cost?
This is a national emergency, people. We'll find the money.
If we use it on Godzilla, we might use it on other countries.
Man, and you thought people were freaking out about stem cell research. What? It's still 1999 in this movie. You were expecting fresh material? Akane sees this report on the news at her desk job while one of the scientists, Yahara, tells his daughter he's not going to partake in this. The suits come in and offer him a way to work on this weapon while bringing his daughter along with him. He agrees and they relocate to a military lab. Of course, the daughter, named Sarah, isn't entirely okay with this.
Why Godzilla? Why not Mom? I wish they'd bring her back to life instead.
That made water come out my eyes.
Meanwhile, Akane works overtime to get her groove back. If that other me was reviewing this movie, he'd most likely put a training montage here, but I don't feel like doing it this time, so I'm not. Don't like it? TS. So we skip ahead 4 years later, and Akane's superior, Colonel Tokushi, is recruiting her to the squad that operates Mechagodzilla. Or as it's called in this movie, Kiru, the Kiru Squad. Well, the squad struts their stuff and looks mighty impressive. Unfortunately, someone doesn't want Akane on the team.
What the hell are you doing here? You know what? My brother died because of your mistake.
Quit it! Oh.
You better watch your backs, guys! She might screw up again, and then it'll be you in the body bag!
Hayama! What's going on? You got a problem? You may be a pretty good pilot, but if you mess with my team, I'll throw you off at double quick.
What happened to you, Kamen Rider Gills? You used to be cool. You used to be calm, collected, quiet, and so... Oh wait, no, scratch that. You were always a dick. Oh look, another training montage. This movie just became Full Metal Jacket.
10 fucking seconds! It should take you no less than 10 fucking seconds to negotiate this obstacle. Quickly move it on! There ain't one swinging dick private in this platoon gonna graduate until they can get this obstacle down to less than 10 fucking seconds!
Akane then meets Sarah and Yahara. The prof here immediately tries to make a move on her.
Broken when I found it.
Hey, sleeping grass. It moves when you touch it, right? Coffee.
Sure. Here you go, ma'am.
Thanks.
Oh, I'll have the same as her. Hi.
Too obvious.
Huh?
Yeah.
Butt out.
Whoa there, Carl Sagan. Slow your roll. You're coming on a little too strong there. Akane gets the job piloting Kiru and... Isn't she a little young for you, bro? I mean, okay, the actress was in her 20s when she took on the role. I checked. But the character herself looked like she just got out of high school. Or could still be in high school. The next day, the minister reveals Kiru to the world, and they show off all the new bells and whistles of this spiffy new mecha.
Kiyu can be in a combat situation for 2 hours. If we needed to fight any longer, the machine can be remotely recharged, using an aircraft implanted with microwave energy launched from the nearest Air Force base.
Observe. It's called the Absolute Zero Gun, and it's extremely effective. Basically, it emits an intense low-temperature ray, which freezes the target to absolute zero, or minus 273 degrees. This allows destruction of the target at a molecular level.
Stay frosty.
But uh-oh, I think we have a party crasher. Well, Godzilla must have heard they were making another crappy knockoff of him that wasn't made in America for once. So he decides to head there to see. So it's time to, in the vernacular, take this baby out and see what she can do. The Kiru Squadron move out and prepare for battle. Not as exciting as forming Voltron, but obviously they watch Go-Go 5 to see how a proper mecha is put together. So everyone heads for the hills.
Just sighted Godzilla!
Here's Godzilla! Kiru is dropped right in front of the Big G, and now it's time for a showdown. Akane from the support plane launches everything, missiles, masers, and guns, oh my. But the king just tanks it, like a boss. Until Godzilla unleashes his secret weapon. His atomic breath, a tail whip, a drop kick? None of the above.
Check it out. It's retreating.
Akane, finish it off.
Absolute zero. Stand by. Locks off, it's primed.
What's wrong?
Sorry, Akane, you just lost control. Godzilla then just walks off. Wow, that was fast. If this was a WWE pay-per-view, I'd demand a refund.
Godzilla's gonna get away.
Kaiju is no longer responding to commands.
Akane, what's happening down there?
It won't respond.
Well, it's just a small glitch, and I'm sure the next upgrade patch will take care of that, and... Holy shit snacks! Looks like the original Godzilla decides to pick up where he left off 50 years ago and wrecks the city. Oh, come on! Those guys just can't catch a break. It was bad enough in 1954. He was just a big lizard with bad breath just wrecking subways and pagodas. But now he's got maser cannons and missiles. He may be invincible. Ultraman couldn't stop Godzilla. And believe you me, he's fought him before. Sort of. Akane and the others get out in time just before the downed plane goes boom. The techies soon figure out that Kiryu thinks they are the enemy.
This is nothing. Wait till it fires its main weapon.
Can't you stop it? Do something now!
Do something!
Do something!
Do something!
I'm sorry, sir. All we can do now is wait till it runs out of power.
How long will that take?
An hour.
You built a biomechanical robot and you didn't think to install a kill switch? Just in case it had a glitch like this? Or if any one of its major working components malfunctioned? What if you were testing the weapons and civilians were around and it went haywire like the Ed 209? Are you out of your minds? So Kiryu lays waste to the city. I bet Japan is happy to see their tax dollars hard at work destroying their homes and businesses.
Baby, we're the government. It's what we do.
So Minister Igarashi oversees the damage that, let's be fair, he's responsible for.
I'll take full responsibility.
Wow, a politician owning up to his screw-ups. I've never seen that before in my life. The eggheads wonder what could have caused this. Yahara then realizes what went wrong.
Akamatsu, I need your data now.
Huh? Sure. It happened right after Godzilla's roar.
It was the sound. It triggered something in Mechagodzilla.
Ooh, could there be a ghost in the machine? Yeah, there could. Why did I even bother bringing that up? That's stupid. Ghost in the machine. Ugh. Forget I said that. Akane and Yahara talk about fixing Kiryu, and he says they can get it under control if the original Godzilla tries to take the wheel again. He then tries to hit on her again.
But listen, Q's all we've got.
Right. Just for you, I will give it my all. There goes my mouth again.
Doc, did you not see the hurting she put on Hayama back there when he got up in her face? Walk away now and save yourself from further humiliation. No means no! Hayama seems to be ungrateful for Akane saving him.
Why did you save me, huh? So that I'd owe you my life? I'd rather be dead.
What's your problem?
That guy's a dickhead.
Sarah, being the smart one, asked the real question.
Dad, Kaiju is a living creature too, right? Why are we making it fight Godzilla when it just wants to be friends? It's not fair. The H-bomb created Godzilla. So we build a cyborg to destroy it and it turns on us? Well, it's our own fault. Nobody else's.
I know what you mean. I really do.
No, you don't! You adults, you tell us all that life is important, but you don't believe it. Just look, that poor creature is in pain and you don't care!
Sarah!
It's a rare movie where the kid is the only one spitting the truth and everyone else is just too dumb, horny, or moody. The kid's the only one with a brain here. I like her. She's like Nozomu from Ghost Ager, only better. Yahara gives us backstory on how Sarah's mom died.
When she was 4, her mom died in childbirth. She got sick. It was just one of those things. You see, the doctors told us that they could either save her life or the life of the baby. Tough choice. I told the doctor to save my wife's life. But my wife, well, she wanted the baby to be born more than anything. And then we had Sarah, who wanted them both to stay alive. Of course.
Akane and Sarah have a heart-to-heart, and our protagonist here reminds us how self-loathing she is, as if we couldn't see that a mile away. Oh god, Akane is the same bitchy, petty teenage girl as the one in the last movie. Akane and Ayana are basically the same character here. Are you sure I'm not watching Gamera 3 again? And just in time to break up the mushy stuff, Godzilla is on his way, back for a second helping of destruction. The AMF moves out and open fire. Godzilla plays a quick game of combat by shooting planes out of the sky. He then brushes off more attacks from tanks and masers. Seriously, you guys never learn, do you? Togashi asks Igarashi for permission to launch Kiryu. He's hesitant, but Colonel Togashi assures him it will be fine.
It's been fully repaired. It's completely safe.
You better be sure. Togashi, both our futures depend on this.
I'd stake my life on it.
Permission granted. It's the only chance we have left against Godzilla.
It's both our asses if you're wrong, Togashi.
Godspeed to you, Colonel.
Akane gets the order to move out and Sarah sees her off with a handshake. Aw, I think our brooding little soldier is lightening up a little.
You know, Mom, I kind of like her. She reminds me of you.
I just wish Dad would stop being so creepy and stalkery around her. Guy can't take a hint. Akane and the others move in to drop Kiryu into the fray while the military fires salvo after salvo of missiles, but they don't do jack.
Well, I gotta tell you something, Bubba. My expectations weren't too high in the first place.
Oh crap, he's gonna fire! He's gonna fire! Duck and cover! Duck and cover! Ooh! Spear! Spear! Ooh! Kiryu shoulder checked the king! Oh, that was a freaking spear! Oh, Remo, we gotta get that on instant replay.
Spear, 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 spear.
Well, ring the bell. It's time for round 2. Lizard versus Mecha Lizard. No DQ, no holds barred. Place your bets, folks. They lock up like two wrestlers, and Mecha Big G puts some distance between them to use the Maser Blaster, which actually seems to hurt the big lug, but oh, atomic breath! Kiryu wasn't ready for that one, fight fans. This wind-up toy may have all the fancy gadgets and hardware, but the king has the experience and raw power on his side. Still, though, it's anyone's match, so stick around to see who wants it more. I'm doing commentary. You know, like, it's a wrestling match, but with giant monsters. My show, my rules. Butt out, bird brain. But what's this? A hidden blade? With a built-in taser? Oh, the king just got shanked and shocked at the same time. Will Ospreay would nod in approval. But the Big G kicks Kiryu into the turnbuckle, the building. Good to see the king still has his infamous dropkick that took down Megalon. Kiryu is down. Godzilla's up. He's going for a signature attack, but the White Heron breaks it up. Akane fires Kiryu's jetpack, knocking Godzilla back, but it only slows him down. Kiryu's gonna need more than fancy gizmos to topple the king. Godzilla's setting up his finisher, but oh, nobody home! Kiryu dodged it! He dodged it! I have never seen that in my hours of calling matches, fight fans. What a move! Kiryu fires back with its own attack, and now it just turns into a slugfest. It's pandemonium, fight fans! And now Kiryu, slinging Godzilla like a rag doll. Oh my god! All 25,000 tons of the king has been yeeted by Kiryu! Oh, this is insane! Okay. I'll give it a rest. Akane arms the Absolute Zero cannon. Time to finish this with one attack.
Absolute Zero, away.
Oh, swing and a miss. I think Akane has lost control again, but she goes for plan B. There's always a plan B.
There's a way to operate Kyo manually, right? I can get into it through an external hatch.
That's it. Are you kidding? She'll die. That's not a heat ray. It's a stream of pure radiation.
I'm going. You can't stop me.
Akane boards Kiryu despite the danger, but it's out of juice. So to recharge it after the cannon miss, they have to black out Tokyo. Yeah, that's one downfall to the Absolute Zero cannon. It depletes a ton of Kiryu's energy. Kind of reminds me of those attacks in beat-em-up games. They do the most damage, but they simultaneously drain your health, so it was a catch-22. Kind of the same thing here. Damn you, Maximum Carnage. You were a fun game, but I hated doing that. Akane powers up Kiryu, who gets an energy booster, while Godzilla performs a sneak attack. Oh, the king's fighting dirty! But thanks to the power of flashbacks, Akane gets up and fights.
You can't die.
Kyo! Power! Give me power!
Okay, you got me. I can't resist not doing this joke again, so it warrants it. Hey, you guys!
We're gonna turn it on. We're gonna bring in the power.
Akane gets Kiryu back on his feet just as Godzilla goes for another finisher. The pilots decide to distract Godzilla by crashing their plane in a kamikaze move. One of them ejects, but Hayama flies in.
Godzilla! Akane! It can't use its heat ray now! Fire Absolute Zero! Forget about me! For now!
Hayama!
Goose! Hayama! Sorry, I don't know why I keep going back to Top Gun. Akane moves Kiryu in point blank to fire the cannon, freeing Hayama. Kiryu is flying off with Godzilla, and Akane takes the shot. Folks, wait a minute, fight fans. The king is up! The king is up! I can't believe it! Godzilla is still standing! The attack did not do jack! Oh my god, I can't believe it! Godzilla is up! Oh, this is a dark day, fight fans. Oh, poor Akane. Poor Kiryu. Wait a minute. Kiryu is up! Kiryu is up! I can't believe it! So, who won? Is this a draw? Did they tie? Did they fight to a standstill? Tell me, movie! Give me some indication here. I guess we just pulled a Rocky III here.
We have a draw. A draw.
You all right?
Yeah, pretty good. Good match. Hey, why'd you get so crazy on me out there? That's the name of the game.
So instead of continuing the fight, Godzilla limps away, wounded but not dead. I guess it did do some damage after all. He's down, but not out. I think he stopped fighting out of respect. Sarah cries, but her papa consoles her. Akane gets out as Godzilla leaves Japan. For now, anyway. So the credits roll, but we're not done yet. Believe it or not, there is a post-credits scene. That's something you didn't see often in kaiju movies back then.
Thank you.
For what?
For giving me the strength I needed. And that goes for you as well. Every life is worth something. I know what you meant by that now. Where's the plant?
Oh yeah, remember our bet? I have to buy you dinner. To celebrate your victory.
He's persistent, I'll give him that.
We'll call it a tie. You know what that means. I have to buy the two of you dinner sometime.
Alright, way to go, Doc.
I'm in.
And that was Godzilla against Kiryu. I mean Mechagodzilla. And that is what we call in wrestling a 5-star match. Good show. But Godzilla and Kiryu would be seen again in future installments, which I may or may not look at some other time. Will they have a rematch? Or will they team up to fight even worse monsters? Well, I'm not going to tell you. Go look it up for yourself, or go watch the movies, even better. I mean, you're probably on your phone watching this right now, so what's stopping you? I'm not Wikizilla. Shut it! Well, 2 movies down. The next movie will not feature any giant lizards at all. Or giant monsters. Or any monsters, really, for that matter. The next movie is going to be a little break from the norm, as I pay tribute to one of the greatest American directors who ever lived, who is sadly no longer with us. What do I mean? Check back next time, and I'll show you.
Tonight at 8 on TNT's Monster Vision. Get ready for the greatest wrestling event of them all, Godzilla Bash 94. Godzilla takes on 9 new challengers. The awesome strength of Gamera, 3-headed Ghidra, Titanosaurus, and their manager, Mr. Evil himself.
It's more frightening than I ever thought possible.
One night, 5 movies. Find out who'll be called King of the Monsters. Monster Vision's Godzilla Bash 94. Next on TNT. Tonight, TNT Monster Vision goes to the mat, to the lengths, breadths, and depths of the sporting world to bring you Godzilla Championship Wrestling. All night long, Godzilla will face some awesome challenges to decide who is king of the monsters during TNT Monster Vision's Godzilla Bash 94. The chairman of Godzilla Championship Wrestling welcomes you back to Godzilla vs. Monster Zero. More dirty wrestling tactics as terror of Mechagodzilla returns.
The wind speed is reading almost 90 miles an hour, and it's gusting over 110. It's huge and getting bigger by the minute.
Oh,